Jen here, and I am back up on the Crafty Maven Getaway for October. And this week's inspiration piece, I absolutely loved. It is, what did we change it to? Sketch It Out Thursday, I think is the new name of the Thursday. And I was totally inspired by the wood grain. A lot of the week had a lot of wood grain. I know it was very fall themed. So I went with that, even though my photo that I showed you there is not taken in the fall. It's actually taken, it's of the Redwood National Park out in California that I went to this summer, but I really fell in love with this background paper. I think it's from, I don't know, I think it's Pebbles. It's from their fall, this year's fall line. And then I used a lot of Pink Paisley Cedar Lane and some Simple Stories, their new fall line, which I don't know if it's pumpkin spice or something like that. It's their new brand new fall line. So I used pretty much all fall things, and I'm going off this sketch that I used and I showed you at the very beginning, and I followed this sketch quite closely because I absolutely loved it. So I used the 6x6 Simple Stories pad for my banners here, the banner pieces, and the first one, the one that I glued directly to the photo, the polka dot one, it's a 3-inch strip, and this yellow one here is a 2-inch strip, and it's a yellow polka dot, and I really like those colors together. I kind of, because my background was so soft or so dark, I decided to keep more soft colors, or more light colors, I should say, for the rest of the page. And that wood grain just reminded me so much of when I went to the Redwood National Park. It was incredible, the trees that were there. So I definitely knew I needed to use wood grain for at least one of these photos. I have several photos, but this photo was just snapped on my iPhone, I think, and I was just looking. I was in this grove of redwood trees, and I just kind of aimed my phone up and took this photo. And it's a little bit blurry, but you can really see how tall the trees are, and you can see the sky in the background. It's a really nice. It has a lot of memories. So this piece of acetate here, it was like this circle that had leaves and it almost looked like a wreath. And I cut it in half, and I'm going to use it here. And I know the sketch has a lot of circles, but I use that as where embellishments go. But for this, I actually kind of kept some of the circular elements instead of just filling it in with my own embellishments. And this was a tag from Simple Stories, I think, the Simple Stories ephemera pack. And I pulled off, oh no, those aren't stickers. Those are also from the ephemera pack. And I think it says it's a beautiful blessing or a beautiful day or something like that. And it kind of fit with what the picture kind of shows. So I'm going to glue those down, and this layout actually came together really quickly for me. I started with the sketch, but I kind of had no idea what I was going to use for photos or embellishments at all. And I went with, I found the paper, and I really wanted to use that paper. And then I found a photo that would work really well with it. So that was my thought process here. It totally started with the product before any say in the photo or anything like that. I do that a lot. I will start out with product that I love or I want to use, and then I'll find something to make it go with it. So that's what I did here. And then the sketch had this little embellishment cluster in the upper left-hand corner, and I decided instead of just to layer the banners together, I was going to skew them a little bit just to add a little bit more interest to the top there. And then I also, you'll see me in a minute, I do pull another piece of acetate up into that corner to balance out the acetate that I used at the bottom right-hand corner. I also used this little banner from the Simple Stories ephemera pack because it goes with the colors, and it adds just a little bit more interest because the photo, it doesn't have a person in it. So I kind of felt a little bit more free to put more embellishments on the photo itself instead of, and I didn't feel like it took away from the photo. because that happens a lot when I'll go to put embellishments either around my photo or on my photo, and I feel like they actually take away from the photo itself. But this, because it's a nature scene, I didn't feel that way. So oh, excuse me. I also added in that little mason jar full of leaves to my little saying there, and I have these Cedar Lane washi tape strips, and this one I absolutely loved. It says like the best day ever, and I put it over this die cut heart to add a little bit more detail to what is going to become my date spot and my journaling spot. And then I tried to add another piece of washi tape, but it just didn't happen. I couldn't make it work. So I put those away for now, and I keep picking up my phone because the sketch was actually on my phone. So that's why you see me keep going back to my phone. Anyway, I go through this Simple Stories, the sticker sheet, and for those of you that know me, I hate feathers. I don't like them. I don't use them. I'm not a fan. But this, I actually put 3 feathers together, and I tried it a couple different places, and I made it work to add a little bit of detail to that otherwise bland embellishment cluster at the top. And I don't really look at them as feathers. I think they're more like leaf looking, even though I know they are supposed to be feathers, I think. But they kind of look like leaves if you put them together. And then I had these We Are Memory Keepers sticker letters left over from a kit from a while ago. And they're not wood grain, but they're close. They kind of blend in. It looks like they blend into the paper here, but you can see it in person. So I just took off letters that will spell Redwoods, and I'm going to line them up. They're kind of like a leather, but they go really, really well with the background and the papers and the colors. And I was just trying to pull them off to see if I needed to add extra adhesive, which I don't. And then I took these little My Mind's Eye stickers here to put the date, which was July 31st. And then I will end up journaling a little bit on that journaling tag and putting a piece of twine through it just to add a little bit more interest, and that will finish up my page. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video and my page, and I had a lot of fun making this one because I had no plan. I sometimes like that. I think sometimes when you really have no plan, things come out really well. So that will finish it up for this layout, and I will be back next month with another one. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.